Hello, Kehilat Darchei Tzion. We're on Erev Shabbat, Parashat Beshalach. In our parasha, we read about the great miracle of Kriyat Yamsuf that we're used to understand as an amazing revelation of Hashem to Am Yisrael. Hashem appears before Am Yisrael and they say, Ze Eli ve'anveu Elohei avi v'aromemenu. And Chazal tell us that even the maid saw at Yamsuf this spectacle, had this revelation even on a higher level than the prophet Yechezkel. So that's one perspective on Kriyat Yamsuf. But there's another midrash, very surprising one, that describes a completely different atmosphere while walking down the path in Yamsuf, where you have the water on your right, another part of the water on the left. You're walking down this miraculous path. And then Reuven turns to Shimon and he tells him, B'mitzrayim batit uvayam tit. We're walking down here. It's all muddy on the floor. And we had mud also in Egypt. So why did we have to come here? And then he tells them another sentence. He tells them, B'mitzrayim b'chemar uvilvenim uvayam chemar mayim rabim. In Egypt, we had to build our bricks from clay. And also here, we have all this clay around us because of the water and the ground of the sea. And it says, what's the great meaning of what we're going through now? We should have just stayed in Egypt, which is a very, very surprising way of reacting and responding to Kriyat Yamsuf. And this midrash sends me to a famous poem written by the Israeli poet Yehuda Amichai. I'll read the translation in English, thanks to the AI. From afar, everything looks like a miracle. But up close, even a miracle doesn't look that way. Even one who crossed the Red Sea when it split only saw the sweaty back of the person walking ahead and the movements of his large thighs. You're just walking there. You see the person behind you. You're in the sweat. You're escaping the Egyptians, and you don't really have the time to breathe and look at the greatness of the moment. Maybe even you don't have the option, the ability to rise and see the great picture because you're in the middle of something and there's no clarity on what exactly is going to happen. You're walking through this path. You barely realize maybe that there's water on your right and on your left. It's sweaty. It's muddy. You hear the Egyptians behind you. You don't know where you're going and what the purpose is of this journey. And all you experience is this line of people walking in the Red Sea. And I think this is something very true. We're living in times, I'm talking about us now, where everything is really big and strong, but we don't always understand what is the meaning of this. And we don't have complete clarity. What is the purpose of what we've been going through and what we are going through? And what's the purpose of different things that are going on the news? We don't understand where Hashem is leading the world. What is the meaning of this? We don't have the clarity. We don't have the great picture. And I think that what we should take from this story of Kriyat Yamsuf, first of all, that it's natural to go through amazing, huge historical events and only be able to see the sweaty back of the person before you and just to feel the mud on your feet. And Chazal, they'll criticize it and they say that's not the correct response. So what is it? I think when you're in the middle of something and you feel that it's big, but you don't really understand what you're part of, and you don't really manage to give any meaning and interpretation, that is the moment of faith. And Kriyat Yamsuf, vayaminu b'Hashem u'v'Moshe avdo. Maybe not that Reuven who was there, or maybe at the end of the journey when they saw the Red Sea close, so then they have this faith, and I think that's the answer. When you're in moments where you don't have this clarity, when things aren't clear, you don't know where things are going, then you have to hold on to the emunah. As we say, להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות. We have to hold on to the faith at this moment and know that we're going on a journey, on a path. We're part of something much greater than we are, and look at it in awe and hold on to the faith that we know that Hashem knows where this journey is leading to. Shabbat Shalom.